Persona non grata, often abbreviated as PNG, is a Latin term that translates to an unwelcome person in English. This diplomatic expression is used to describe an individual who has been declared undesirable or unacceptable by a foreign government or organization, typically due to their actions or behavior. When someone is declared persona non grata, it means they are no longer welcome within the territory or jurisdiction of the entity that issued the declaration. The concept of persona non grata is most commonly associated with diplomatic relations between countries. When a foreign diplomat or representative is declared persona non grata by the host country, it is a severe diplomatic measure that can strain relations between the two nations. This declaration is usually made in response to actions that are deemed incompatible with diplomatic norms or detrimental to the host country's interests. There are several reasons why a person may be declared persona non grata. These reasons often include espionage activities, interference in the host country's internal affairs, violation of the host country's laws, or engaging in behavior that is considered offensive or inappropriate. Essentially, it is a means for a country to express its strong disapproval of the individual's actions and to signal that they are no longer welcome within its borders. The process of declaring someone persona non grata typically involves a formal communication from the host country's government to the foreign mission or organization that the individual represents. This communication will outline the reasons for the declaration and request that the individual leave the country within a specified time frame. Failure to comply with this request can lead to the individual being expelled forcibly or facing legal consequences. It's important to note that the declaration of persona non grata is not limited to diplomats alone. It can also apply to other individuals, such as foreign journalists, businesspeople, or tourists, if their actions are considered harmful or disruptive to the host country's interests. In such cases, the host country may revoke their visas or residency permits and require them to leave. While the declaration of persona non grata is a serious diplomatic measure, it is not necessarily permanent. In some cases, after a period of time or changes in circumstances, the host country may choose to lift the declaration and allow the individual to return. This often requires diplomatic negotiations and assurances that the problematic behavior will not be repeated. In summary, persona non grata is a Latin term used in diplomacy to designate an individual who has been declared unwelcome by a foreign government or organization due to their actions or behavior. It is a serious diplomatic measure that can have significant consequences for the individual and the diplomatic relationship between nations. The declaration is typically made in response to actions that violate diplomatic norms or harm the host country's interests, and it can be lifted under certain conditions.